Hello everyone, in this video lecture we are going to understand about batch culture and continuous culture. Let's start with introduction. The phases of growth described in the growth curve apply to batch culture because as we saw the growth curve in that I have explained to you batch culture is nothing but we have to use microorganisms and nutrient broth in only one batch and we have to do the production that is called as a batch culture. In this form of batch cultures, appropriate nutrients and other conditions are provided for growth, then inoculum is added and the culture is incubated. No further nutrients are added and no waste products are removed. Thus, condition is culture continually changing. The results in active growth being of limited duration for the reasons outlined above. Sometimes it is describable to keep the culture in a logarithmic phase. For example, if the cells are being used to produce alcohol or antibiotics. As I told you, the batch culture is the culture where the no nutrients and no culture is added further or not waste products are removed during the production. That's what there is a production of secondary metabolites. In a continuous culture, nutrient concentrations and other conditions are held constant and the cells are held in a state of exponential phase. Now here what we have to remember, in a batch culture all cells are in a logarithmic phase. We can't maintain in logarithmic phase. There is a decline phase also, while in the continuous culture we can maintain only exponential phase of microorganisms. This is achieved by the continuously adding fresh culture medium and removing equal volumes of the old. Parameters such as pH can be also be monitored and adjusted. Now here in the continuous culture we can add the culture medium and the microorganism continuously according to the process, and we can remove our product and waste product also. Now first example is turbidostat. Now if here addition of measured volume of fresh medium is triggered when the turbidity in a growth vessel reaches a predetermined value that is monitored by photoelectrical cell. As a result of addition of fresh medium, bacteria are diluted and continued to grow until they reach critical turbidity. Now see here in the turbidostat, this is the first reservoir of the sterile medium. Here we have added sterile medium. From this sterile medium is going down here in the turbidostat where the electric supply is there, cell is there, and aeration is also provided here, and whatever the product is there, this is we can record from here, and everything is provided. So here in this medium we are going to add the culture and all that stuff here, and after the some incubation period we can remove the product. Chemostat. Now here the rate of growth is controlled by the rate of addition fresh nutrient which may be pumped up from medium vessel. This is in turn control the rate of removal of cells via the overflows device into the collector vessel. The rate of production of new cells by multiplication is equal to the rate of removal grown bacteria in collector vessel. This process may be continued indefinitely. The disadvantage of chemostat is that growing cells are always in a state of semi starvations for one nutrient and must be grown at less than maximum rate to achieve a good result. So this is all about the chemostat. Here we can see the figure where all conditions are maintained very well. So this is all about the chemostat and turbidostat, and that is a batch culture and continuous culture. Thanks a lot.